Today's inspiration is from Witold Socha and his truly stunning diorama of a what-if scenario. The Battle for Paris, 1946, with French Heavy Tank ARL 44, manufactured by Atelier de Construction de Roulier. ARL 44 Heavy Tank was seen as a solid beginning for post-war French tank design. Before World War II, the nation of France was the world's second producer of combat tanks, behind only the Soviet Union. However, the German invasion of France and subsequent years of war destroyed all manner of French pride, infrastructure and armoured vehicle output. It was only after the liberation of Paris proper in 1944 that attention was quickly given to re-establishment of a serial tank production to promote France as a viable military power once again. During the German occupation, some clandestine tank development took place in France, mostly limited to component design or building of tracked chassis, with either a pretended civilian use or with a Kriegsmarine destination. These efforts were coordinated by the CDM, or Camouflage du Matériel, a secret Vichy army organisation trying to produce material forbidden by the armistice conditions, with the ultimate goal of combining these components into the design of a possible future 30-ton battle tank, armed with a 75mm gun. The projects were very disparate, including those for a trolleybus, the Caterpillar du Trans-Saharian, a regular cross-Sahara track rail connection, and a track snowblower for the Kriegsmarine, to be used in Norway. Major hurdles greeted such an initiative for a French armoured doctrine and design lacked much when compared to other contemporaries. Even before the war, few of the available French tanks were capable of matching the offensive doctrine of the German army. Many of these were designated with lessons learned from World War I, and French armoured warfare rules drove many of these designs to failure. At the hands of the Germans, even the fabled Char B1 heavy tank series, one of the most powerful of its day, but are riddled with tactical abilities. Now, with Germany cleared out of the French capital, attention was paid to the formation of a new heavy tank design, headed by the specialists from APX and AMX, with production to be handled by ARL. As such, the tank would be christened the ARL 44 to mark both manufacture and year. New concepts being proven throughout the war would be factored into the tank's design to make a more modern end product. In February of 1945, the design was fleshed out to dictate a heavy tank system of 48 tons, heavily sloped armour measuring some 120mm thick, and a proven large caliber main gun in a traversing turret. By May of 1944, the war in Europe had drawn to a close, and with the Empire of Japan collapsing in August to bring an end to World War II altogether. Regardless of the world situation, the French heavy tank program continued with whatever resources could be obtained. The French government commissioned for 60 ARL 44 heavy tanks, and work began on pilot vehicles required to prove the ARL product sound. ACL produced the turret, which initially mounted an American 76mm main gun, available in some number by this stage. In the post-World War, while this selection of main gun was adequate, by then modern standards, it severely lacked the penetrative powers of other guns being fielded by the Germans, Soviets and the British. As such, a new turret was based on the Schneider Char F1 type turret was installed to mount a more potent 90mm DC-45 main gun. By 1953, all 60 ARL heavy tanks were retired from French Army service. Nevertheless, both French engineers and heavy industry took away valuable lessons learned in her design, development and construction, foregoing a new direction in the French Cold War tank design for decades to come. I am very lucky to know so many fantastic modelers, and Witold is someone that I respect and respect his work. This what if scenario diorama of the French ARL is just amazing. From the paintwork, the groundwork, to the actual finish and weathering, everything is always spot on. I hope that you've enjoyed this small inspiration video. I would like to say a big thank you to Witold Socha, and just remember that if you enjoyed and want to see more of these, please press like and subscribe. I'm AD Roberts from In War and Peace, home of the inspirations. This just leaves me to say, wherever you are in the world, please remember, be safe, take care, much magic, and happy modelling.